Hello everyone, today I'm sharing my 5-minute makeup routine that I do every single day. This is the finished look, but I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how to get there, whether you're just starting out in makeup or you don't have a lot of time. This is a great place to start, so let's get into it. So I begin every morning with a clean face and I clip my hair back with these bath pack hair clips so I'm able to get everything out of my way whenever I put my makeup on. I'm going to walk you through what I do a little bit before I put on my makeup, and then we're going to go through that process. I start everything out by using the Fizz and Bubble Lip Scrub in Mint Mojito. It smells and tastes just like Sprite, which is kind of funny, but then I put this on my lips and to get all the dry skin off every single day so that all my lip products lay evenly. And then you can just wipe this off as soon as you do it. I was going to have a rag, but then I didn't grab one, so I just will usually use my hand. So this is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I have it in Berry. I usually put this on right before I go to sleep at night so my lips feel really soft and hydrated in the morning. But I missed it last night because I was so tired, so I'm going to put it on right now before we start anything, so hopefully my lips are able to get a little bit more hydrated before I put any lip product on. Next, I always put on the 2-Layer Revitalizing Eye Cream before I put anything else on my face because I have very dry skin, especially around my eyes, and I don't want any creasing with my makeup. So if I make sure my skin is hydrated, then I won't have all those creasing in the little lines underneath my eyes. I usually just use a dot of product and I rub it in between my fingers and then I distribute that underneath my eyes and on my eyelids. I usually start with a primer or a moisturizer, but I just ran out of both of those, so I'm going to go straight into foundation because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been using the Naked Skin foundation, honestly, for probably over 2 years now. I used to use another foundation because I wanted to switch in between the two, but this one has been really good for my sensitive skin. And since I have freckles, it's really easy to have my skin look really cakey when I wear a ton of makeup. So this is the foundation that I use that actually works for me. It may not work for everybody, but this is the one that I use every single day. I usually use one pump and I just put it on the back of my hand and maybe like a little bit extra just so I can be able to disperse it evenly all throughout my face. And so I use this e.l.f. foundation brush and I just pat it in motions across my face. As you can tell from my face, I don't self-tan or anything like that, so I'm very, very fair. But this one I really like because it has a wide range of colors that are perfect for really any skin type. I use the shade 1.0, and that one has really worked for me. Next, we're on to eyes, and I just use all the products that I use for the rest of my face on my eyes to kind of tie everything in together. But before we put any of that on, I want to prime my eyelids to make sure everything stays. So I start with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I use the original formula because the other formula is a little bit shimmery, and I like to use this one just to have a nice base on my skin. But if you like the shimmer, go for it. But I like the more matte look a little bit better. I just unscrew the cap and then I put it across my eyelids and then I blend it out with my fingers. A tip I have is I use the ring finger because it's my least strong finger, so I don't mess up the delicate skin on my eyes as much and I don't put a lot of pressure on it. And so that's what I use to blend just because I want to be as delicate as possible. If you don't know where to start with your eyeshadow, I'll tell you a trick as old as it comes. Start with your bronzer and put it in the crease of your eye because that will be able to add definition to your eyes but still look really natural with the rest of your makeup. And if you're just a beginner, this is a really good place to start. I like to use a more matte bronzer so I can add a little bit more definition to my face. And so I like to go for the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. It comes in a light shade if you're even more fair than I am, but I think that the regular shade is really buildable and easy to use. So this is the color that I stick with. I just use an eyeshadow brush and I dip it inside my bronzer, tap off the excess, and sweep it through the crease of my eyelids. I'll explain a little bit better about my process on this eye so you can see it a little bit better. So I start with my eyes open because I have hooded eyes and I want to be able to see the product whenever I have my eyes open. So I always use my eyeshadow with my eyes open, even though this isn't really eyeshadow, but we can use it as eyeshadow so it works. So I start in the outer V on the top and I make quick little brushing strokes and then I can drag it over so it doesn't leave my eyes looking really heavy, as you can tell on this side. I'll tap off that excess again and then be able to drag that a little bit along my lower lash line to be able to add a little bit more dimension to my eyes. And don't worry if you think it looks a little bit messy, we're gonna clean it all up before we put on concealer. That's why we do concealer after we do our eyes. I wanna add a little bit more color to my eyes, so I use blush. This is the perfect way to tie everything together and be able to look seamless. So I switch between these two blushes. This is the California from Benefit, and then this is from Flower Beauty in Peach Primrose. So I'm gonna go for the Peach Primrose today, and then I'll use this color on my cheeks. But you're more than welcome to use this for both, or mix and match how you'd like with whatever blushes that you use. These are just the two that I always go for. I'm gonna use Peach Primrose on my eyelid, and so I'm going to dip it in and then sweep it across my lid. And now I want to add a little bit more sparkle to my eyes, so I'm going to go in with highlighter. Laura Geller highlighters are my favorite to use, and I'm going to go with the Peach Glow to go with the Peach Primrose blush, and then this one is Diamond Dust, and this one is seriously so pretty. I usually use it all the time, but I'm going to go for this one for a little bit more of a summery look. So yeah, these are the ones that I definitely recommend. If you haven't tried them, these ones are so good and really pigmented. I'm just gonna go in and dip my finger into this and then tap it across my eyelid. I love to fill in my brows. As you can see, they grow pretty sparse, and I like to give them a little bit more dimension, but have them still look really natural. I like to use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. This is supposedly a universal color, but it does work for me. And I like to use this because it does keep my brows looking a little bit more natural. I like to brush them out first and then fill them in with a little bit more hair-like strokes to make them look more full than they normally do. And I think those are pretty even. I apologize if they're not. They're kind of hard for me to tell in this light. So now we're going to move on to concealer. I like to use concealer because I get pretty dark circles under my eyes when I get really tired. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I like to use a couple other concealers, but this is the one I find myself reaching for the most right now. And I really like to use it for everything, like everything. I like to use it under my eyes, on my nose, across my forehead, on my chin, all over. It looks amazing. And this is one of the drugstore concealers that I actually love. There's so many that break out my skin, and this one doesn't irritate it at all. It's amazing. I use the shade C2. That's the best color for me. I try to use a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than my skin, and this one really works. So I'm going to unscrew it, and I'll be able to put a little bit under my eye on both sides, and then I would like to put an X on my forehead, an X on my chin, and a line down my nose, and then I'll be able to blend it out from there. See how that brightened up the face? I feel like it looks so good. I love this concealer. It works amazing. And now I'm going to go on to the bronzer again. I'm going to pull it back out and so we can see what we can do with it. So I'm going to start with this dual-sided brush I got from mascara. I'm going to dip this side into it, and then I'm going to brush it through the hollows of my cheeks to give my cheeks a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going to go back to blush and put it on the apples of my cheeks and sweep back into my hairline. I could go back to the blush I used before, but I'm actually going to go back to the California blush because this one has the prettiest pink color, and I think it would look great on my cheeks today. If you ever feel like you put on too much blush, go back in with your foundation brush and then sweep over it, and it'll be able to dilute the color a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in with the highlighter that I used before. I'm going to sweep it across the top of my cheeks and across my brow bone, and on the tip of my nose and on my Cupid's bow as well. Next, we want to save all our hard work. So I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray that I'm going to spritz all over my face so we don't have to have our hard work go amiss. And I do this before I do mascara so my mascara doesn't run. Now it's time for lashes. This is the Roller Lash Mascara from Benefit. This is by far the best mascara I've ever used in my entire life. It gives my lashes length and it curls them when they usually stick straight out. So this is the one that I use every single day. This is a mascara that I've been using most consistently over time. Other ones have just been irritating to my eyes, and it's been really hard for me to be able to use them. So this is the one that I use that actually gives good results and doesn't irritate my eyes. So it's really good for sensitive people like me. I don't know if you can tell, but this side has mascara and this one doesn't. This one, you can see that the length and curl is extremely different than this side. I'm going to put more mascara on this side so it can match, and then I'll put on another layer so we can see the final result. Now I'm going to put on my favorite lip gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty Universal Lip Balm. It is the most beautiful lip gloss color. I don't usually wear lip gloss, but this is one that really works. And it's not sticky like other ones I've used in the past. So definitely, if you're not into lip gloss but you want to, try this one because it's so good. Or if you're into lip gloss and you want another one, this one is the best that I've ever had. So this is usually what I wear every single day. I curl my hair once or twice a week, and then I use this makeup pretty much every single day unless I'm doing a photo shoot or something like that. And if you want to be able to bring it up to the next level, you're more than welcome to add different types of eyeshadow or a different lip color, a pop of color, wherever on your eyes or on your lips is always a great idea. So this is where I decided to start with my makeup tutorials again. I wanted to start really minimal and show you what I do every single day. I do something a little bit different for photo shoots, so let me know if you're interested in seeing something like that. I wanted to show you guys this because there's not a lot of products and it's pretty easy to use. You can switch out your color blush that you would need or your shade of foundation, really whatever you would need to do. Because this is a great stepping stone if you want to get more into makeup or just to enhance your natural beauty every single day. This is the way that I chose to do it, and let me know what you guys do on a regular basis for your everyday makeup routine. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching!